was dead was never dead was exhibited by Neec Nonso at the Rele Arts Foundation Young Contemporaries 2022. It treated the myths and taboos about death, portraying the belief in reincarnation and the afterlife. The series aimed to prove the existence of the dead among their relatives. Born in 1990 in Aguleri, Anambra State, Neec Nonso is a visual artist working predominantly with photography. In October 2018, Neec Nonso founded Aguleri Stories, an online-based media platform that focuses on telling the inside stories of Aguleri, an Igbo community of southeastern Nigeria, notorious for its boundary walls with neighbors. In 2019, he also emerged as the winner of Best Portfolio Lagos Photo Festival and was awarded a one-year residency program with African Arts Foundation, Lagos.
This work is titled, the body of work is titled, What Was Dead Was Never Dead, right? So I'm trying to talk about reincarnation, I'm trying to talk about the afterlife, and I visited families, like real-time people with real-time stories, to unearth stories like, one, do you know that in the Yoruba, mythology, cosmology, belief system, when a child is born, there's a period of time, consultations are made, we ask the gods who has come to stay with us, right? That period, they will find out whether it is great-grandfather that died or great-grandmother that died or father or someone from the family that has come to stay, right? So in this case, this is Babatunde. Although I titled this The Last Supper, right? Babatunde is like, Father is here, he is here with us, right? Baba is here with us. So this piece, this is an actual person that I photographed, and he represented his grandfather. What he's wearing is the actual clothes his grandfather wore for a portrait and when he left. So in fact, this clothes was like, when we were taking the photo, the clothes actually smelled like the father. It was emotional for him, right? So now, grandfather is here, right? Okay, so what do we offer him? What is grandfather's favorite food? And he itemized a lot of things that grandfather loved. I can't remember the name of this right thing. I think it's Adun or Asun or something. There's kola nuts and there's what is it called? Garden plants, that is garden egg, right? So now that father is here, let's eat with him, right? And this is me around this photo, right? But ironically, I'm trying to represent the spirit. I'm trying to say that we are all here to eat with you. So I'm trying to say that we have this belief, generally that when someone dies, is dead, so we move on, right? But they're actually there with us. They are there with us. The actual fabrics I got from Jankara while I was doing research for the project. So do you know that this clothes, I mentioned that they are actual ashofis, some of them are as old as 40, 50 years. And if you smell some of the clothes, you could still smell the essence of the people who, passed them to their families, who unfortunately sold it because they've moved on eventually, you get. So I was trying to say that, hey, even though they've died, they didn't die completely. The scent, the smell of them is still with them. The memory is still with those people, you get. This guy here, this is an actual grave. That's because when I went to this town is Ikongosi. It's famous for, among the things they are famous for, they bury, their dead or loved ones, people who died around their homes. You hear people say that when I die, I want to be buried at this place, and when they die, they're buried at that spot. You get. So why do they do so? These people want to be remembered. They want to be there. They are living with, the ones that are living with them. where's your great grandfather? He's dead. Where's his burial? This is the great grandfather. You remember him, it means that he is alive. So this gentleman, he's representing, someone close to him, dead relative, someone in the family that he feels he shares, attributes to, right? So I bring him. He refused to wear the clothes I gave him, actual actual fees, because, like I said, like the essence of those people are inside the clothes, right? So he has to go bring something like he's comfortable with for me to take the photo. And the same concept of me trying to show the afterlife, like, don't worry, we're here with you to take these portraits. Nobody you did, you understand? So these guys, just think of them as the spirits. The next piece is Year One Day. So I paid homage to the guys like Babarinde, Babatunde, and all that. It's the same concept with them. Now just think about it that, okay, the mother of this home is dead, right? Or let's say the great grandmother of this home is dead and she's famous and she left, right? And now they give birth to a child, right? And when they consulted the gods, they said that, hey, this is great grandmother that is back. Her name is Year One Day, right? Just think about great grandmother staring at the family. Oh my God, I miss you guys. Like, I'm here to take care of you guys. If you can do the augmented reality here, you see a butterfly flapping around, more to signify that she's more like a guardian angel. So these people. It's called Egungun. I'm trying to pay homage to, so masquerades we find in our communities, right? In Yoruba in this instance. So the Egungun, the masquerade, we believe that they are, spirits, they are our ancestors come to us. You get. Remember, I was trying to say that I'm trying to show evidence of, the fact that we believe that we actually believe that people, like, there is the afterlife and there is reincarnation, meaning there is continuity. So these actual spirits, our ancestors are actually here with us. So when this festival is going on, when the Egungun festival is going on, and other masquerade festivals you find in other African communities, you find that, you find that the people around there believe that the person you're interacting to is their ancestors. So that is it. The Abikus or Ogbanjes, right? Remember, like I said, reincarnation and the afterlife, right? So this triangular form, just think of it this way. This is the underworld. The child is born, is developing to this, then he dies or she dies, then she goes back again, comes again, right? If you've read J.P. Clark or Wole Soyinka's Abiku poem, they made reference to these things. For instance, J.P. Clark said something, if I'm not mistaken, about coming and going this several season, right? Or if you read this book on if you read Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, they made reference to the Ogbanje where at some point Okonkwo was tired of this child dying. You're like, you know what? You show me where you buried your juju, right? And the child was pretending like she doesn't know what he was saying. Then Okonkwo forced him, and she eventually took Okonkwo to where her juju was, and they dug the ground and they eventually unearthed something, right? The same story, but in another book, Buche Mechita's Joys of Motherhood. You will remember a particular part where it says Buche Mechita's where Nwego had this particular mark around around her body, and she got that mark because the father got tired of like she dying all the time, right? So that punch to him was like to leave that mark. So when you come, we identify you, right? So like these things are evidence, like in our community that the dead are actually here with us. There is the afterlife, there's reincarnation, there is that continuity. So I bring I bring someone to represent the dead ones, and I bring myself to represent the spirit. And by the way, I have to say this: the references I made, that is for Joys of Motherhood and Things Fall Apart. It's actually true. I might not be getting the information, like it might just be a bit fuzzy because it's been a while that I read it. But yeah, so that's about the project. what inspires me actually is the everyday, right? Like I believe in humanity. I believe in like the little things that makes us, happy, sad, angry, So I want to look at these things and try to, see how I can tell a story with it and make people connect with it. Okay, now there is life, there is death happening with us. These are actual clothes. People died and dropped them. It's a story, right? People need to know about this. I don't know how to say this, but I love to tell stories that reminds people, like that make people remember of things like their childhood, things like make them reflect on things they see every day, but they don't talk about it. Like it seems like, for instance, okay, let me give you a simple illustration. Do you know you see your nose every day, right? But you don't think about it because you choose to ignore it, but it is there. So that is, yeah.